Carnival Radio. Enjoyment unlimited.
The number one hit music station.
This is Carnival Radio. Midday News.
Good afternoon and welcome. I am Joseph Oikola with the Carnival Radio Media News. In the news this afternoon, the Supreme Court has affirmed the election of Governor Monday Opebolo of Oyo State. In an anonymous decision delivered on Thursday today, a five-member panel led by Justice Mohammed Gaba dismissed for lacking in merit the appeal filed by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) candidate Asureme Gudalo. The appeal sought to nullify the outcome of the governorship election held in the state on September 21, 2024. Supreme Court ruled that there was no justification to overturn the concurrent judgment of both Court of Appeal and the Oyo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, which had earlier declared Opebolo of the All Progressives Congress (APC) the valid winner of the election. The court held that the appellant failed to provide credible and admissible evidence to support his claims that the election was marred by irregularities, including overvoting or substantial non-compliance with the provision of the Electoral Act. Meanwhile, Oyo State Governor Dapo Abiodun on Wednesday expressed concern about the lack of professionalism and integrity among some laboratory analysts in the country. Abiodun stressed that giving a critical analyst report play a government decision-making and policy formulation, we must maintain high ethical standards and ensure that only accurate and reliable data is presented to the public. Represented by the Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Ola Oresanya, the governor made this call while declaring open the 2025 Public Analyst Conference of the Society of Testing Laboratory Analysts of Nigeria, Sultan, held in Abeokuta. He revealed that to address this malpractice, the State Ministry of Environment had written to the Federal Ministry of Environment to declare that Environmental Impact Assessment (EIA) report not issued by the analysts accredited by the state would no longer be accepted. In the meantime, the indigenous people of Biafra has faulted the Anambra State Governor, Professor Charles Soludo, over his remarks allegedly attributing the spect of kidnappings in the southeast to Igbo youth. The group accused Soludo of making inflammatory and baseless statements that could endanger the lives of innocent people in the region. Soludo, while addressing Anambra indigents in Maryland, United States, recently had reportedly claimed that 99% of arrested kidnappers in the state were Igbos and not Fulani herdsmen. Reacting in a statement on Thursday, High-Pop Director of Media and Publicity, Ima Powerful, said the governor's remarks amounted to a green light for security agencies and alleged Fulani militants to target and persecute innocent Igbo youth. On the foreign scene, South Korea's disgraced ex-president Yoon Suk-yeol was detained for a second time today, Thursday, over his declaration of martial law and held in a solitary cell as investigators without their insurrection probe. Yoon plunged South Korea's first sitting president to be taken into custody when he was detained in a down raid in January after he spent weeks resisting arrest, using the presidential security detail to head off investigators. But he was released on procedural grounds in March, even as his trial on insurrection charges continued. An interesting word of sport. Super Falcons defender Osinachi Ohale has emphasized the importance of maintaining defensive solidity as the team prepares to face Botswana. Justice Madugu's side have conceded only once in their last 3 matches, with Ohale marshalling a backline that kept Tunisia at a bar in the opening fixture at the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations, which they won 3-0. That 1-year-old is aiming for another disciplined display when the Super Falcons take on the Mars at the Zabri Zalou Stadium in Casablanca today, Thursday. On that hand, it's Carnival Radio Media News. Thank you very much for listening. You can download Carnival Media app from Google Play Store and iOS. You can also check out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. My name remains Joseph Oyokola. Good afternoon, and please do well to enjoy the rest of your day.